going on, everybody? Good job. How y'all doing? Hey, Saint. Thank you, Saint. Shout out to my mods. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I already have the please hit the like, subscribe, and join buttons up. Oh, y'all say hello as you come in. Yeah, I really don't like it when someone calls me a fucking fool and then tries to say what people should and should not discuss as free speech. And then, indicate you want to sit here and become something to manipulate a court. Oh man, I don't like that. I don't like stuff like that. I don't like stuff like that. No one's gonna tell me what I can and can't report on either. It's not how this works. So I hope you guys saw my post because I meant what the hell I said. When it comes to someone want to become a public figure, yeah, you can't be a public figure or even be a candidate if you don't have a spine. That's you don't get to dictate free speech and expression, and it's just too much. It's occurring too much. So I want to talk about some things. I want to pull up some information people need to know. Yep. We don't do that. We don't dictate free speech. How y'all doing? Come on in. I was in the middle of uploading a video. Hope you guys saw some content coming out today. I finally, got the chance to really work on doing some content, some videos and stuff. Lord, Candace Owens just keep making headlines. Girl. I have not been able to get to my show 6 of the Nature Boy cult, Eligio Bishop, who's sitting in prison for the rest of his life. I haven't been able to get to that yet, but I'm going to get to it. Do show 6 and 7 after the live. And then, of course, I finally got in the true crime case I wanted to cover. Young girl lost her life by the hands of her own father while they're out on vacation. So sad. So, welcome all. You guys can come on in. Hit the like button on the way in. Thank you all for tuning in as well. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do some quick cleanup. Get ready. I had a couple videos premiere earlier today. And yes, we're expanding the content here, but I just oh man. Let's not sit here and try to tell someone what they can't talk about. Let's not do that. That's not how free speech works. Yeah, if I want to go out and run for some public office, I expect people to come out and say whatever. It happens. But it should not be where it garners some retaliatory backlash. Nope, it's not how that works. So, and don't tell me I can't read over a case. Like, that's just so absurd. It's so absurd. People can't read a lawsuit. Are you kidding? No. especially one that my mom presided over as federal judge. No, I'm reading it. Oh, I'm reading it. It's not how that works. Mm-mm. I don't see the comments yet. I'm still uploading this video. But y'all come on in and say hi, say hello, greet each other. Feel free to comment. I know it is gonna get whatever. But there are over 1 billion users on YouTube. There's so many content creators out there that have yet to be explored. I can guarantee you. One on the internet does not make or break the platform. You go out and run for whatever you're going to run for. But reporting on that person and the candidate, whether they would be a good candidate or not, it'd be good for the role. That comes with the territory. No one gets to alter or hinder free speech and expression. It shouldn't fucking happen. Not at all. And the aspect of going, to do something that could personally benefit the individual, especially when you're talking about how the court should perceive something, it doesn't make them any better than the next person they claim to be corrupt. Are you kidding? I did a whole video live on Napoleon manipulating state law to his will, but he's not trying to mess with our judicial branch of government. It's insanity. Insanity. Let's see. Sorry, I'm coming. Hooja. So we have some stuff to get into. I present information, you all. Is what I've been doing, is what I'm gonna keep damn doing. Hold on, I'm coming. Want to get up this thing here. All right. So a couple videos are set to premiere tomorrow. And I hope you guys tune in for that. In the meantime. Oh man. What's going on? Hey. We up in this piece. What's going on, RTs? Hey Laura. How y'all doing? Oh, everybody's speaking to everybody. I've been having withdrawals. I know. Oh man. Yeah. Hey, Wyoming. Okay, I'm missing something. Hold on. Thank you. Somebody said purple looks good on you. Thank you so much. I'm not seeing comments. Oh, why? That's kind of weird to me. Why am I not seeing comments? Wyoming gal, I don't see your comment. And someone said hello to you. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm not sure why. But hello either way. I can't see comments for some reason. You're not blocked or anything, so I don't know why. I'm just checking here. Yeah, no, I don't see any comments from you. All right, y'all just let me know what's being said. I can't see it. Yeah, is this a joke? I don't know. You take it how you want. Yeah, no, don't vote for cult leaders or cult of personalities or anyone with that mindset. How about that? Take it how you want. Thank you, Saint. Purple looks good on you. What's a not a joke is someone saying what you can and cannot report on. Mm-mm. That's not how that shit works. That's not how that works. So, nope. Comments are on the screen. I always shut it down. Oh Lord, look who's back in the chat. What's up? What's going on, Rev Mars? I always ask what's up. Did I miss something? I'm missing comments. I can't see certain comments. Am I missing comments? Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Did I miss something? Yeah. Yeah. There's a whole lot missed, but it's despicable. It's despicable. So this individual wants to run for office, but then put out what sounded like to me a mild blanket threat regarding reporting information on him. And it's just laughable to think that they get to dictate that. Laughable. You don't get to dictate. You don't get to tell someone what they can and cannot report. It's insanity. So, first and foremost, thank you all for tuning in. I'm not even going to give energy to saying his name, but I think we all know who we're talking about here. You know, I don't take kindly to what sounds like a threat from a wannabe cult leader when it comes to First Amendment rights, free speech and expression. I put up a post regarding those who do want to go into, public office. You got to have a spine for it. And if you don't have a spine, you shouldn't be, you shouldn't be talking about what you want to go out and do regarding public office. That's ooh, child. So I put up the post. I hope you guys saw it. Yeah. If you don't like the information, it is what it is. But unless someone's just being malicious intentionally and slandering and being defamatory, you better grow a spine. Just grow a spine. So I'm going to share this information I pulled up regarding First Amendment, free speech, especially if you're talking about running for any public office. Yeah, no, it certainly applies. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Yeah, you too lost, Laura. Oh yeah, no. He's thinking about running for Congress. Thanks in Spanish. I mia con this. What you say? I con mia, dos mia. Say something in Spanish. So he laugh. We just enjoy that. He's been blabbering about it. Yeah, it's almost, I mean, I've been called many names by this person, right? I haven't really. I'm not gonna respond to every little thing they throw a tantrum and hissy fit about. I'm not gonna do that. Because that's not the person's not the focal point of my platform. But this cult of personality and feeling as if you report on me, now that I'm thinking about running for some political position, don't come for me. I'm sorry. You're saying this in the United States of America where we have constitutional rights here? You saying that your platform is going to be about you going to try to make changes in how the courts operate, despite federal rules of civil procedure? when it comes to why? Because you have 5 or 6 protection orders granted against you. How is this going to go? I'm going to tell you all right now, if you don't want to hear anything that I'm talking about regarding this individual, you may leave, take your exit, enjoy your evening. But I don't take kindly to a threat like that, especially after being called a myriad of names and ridiculed for my laugh and hair and all this other crap. Calling me a fucking fool is too close to insulting my intelligence. And that's laughable coming from a fool who refuses to read about First Amendment rights and free speech and expression. And we can't talk about court cases. Who the fuck are you talking to? Was that for me? Because that's pretty much what I do. Oh, okay. Yeah. And I mean, if the retaliation is doxing, right? That's illegal. So that'll be a lawsuit. You don't want one from me. You don't want me to have to respond anything beyond laughing at you. Not with you, at you. But if I have to go that far, then so be it. This is someone that many of us supported outright to begin with. A few people were able to see past the bullshit. But at some point, I think most of us can say, yeah, once upon a time, we supported them. Once or twice, right? No one should be sitting here dogging out anyone who decides to see this person for what they are. And then distance themselves and say, I'm not going to support this person any longer. You don't keep shunning them by reminding them of that. What good does that do? Where are we going with that? What's the intent? What's the purpose for that? Then you give them talking points. It's so dumb. The last thing anyone should want to do is sit here and be reminded, well, you used to support that person. I think most of us did. That's a common fact. And as if no one can decide, this is not someone I want to associate with or support. That's why I keep saying, give people the grace to pull away from that, to come out of that. It's almost like a brainwashed cult-like type of mentality going on. Don't say anything they don't like. You know, the leader doesn't like that. The dear leader doesn't like it when you say these things. They don't like it when you report on them. Don't read a court lawsuit against. Oh no. It's foolish to think that over 1 billion users on YouTube aren't to say anything about this one speck of a person. And let's be honest, we're all just specks here on YouTube making it what it is, right? Over 1 billion users. I bless God for the 26,000 supporters that I have here. But I know I don't have like 4 million supporters or anything. So we're all just specks here. But the audacity and the gall to think that no one should report on one speck of a person on YouTube. What are we doing here? What are we afraid of? You run for a political position, you're subjected to criticism. You're subjected to that. That people are going to sit down and talk about reasons why, good or bad, why you should not be elected. Why voters should not just give you a vote. Isn't that what this cult leader had been preaching, advocating? Get to know the people running for these positions. And you want to hypocritically try to maneuver how the court operates because you have 5 or 6 protection orders granted against you. Are you fucking kidding me? As if people don't have the right to seek legal recourse in court. The victimization thing. Y'all, let me tell you something. There's a reason why the courts allow victim impact statements. They actually do show great reverence and respect for victims. So to say that people should not be the victims when they are the victim in the court of law takes a whole different meaning. It's a whole new perspective to that. So you're actually feeding into the idea and the concept that the courts do take consideration when it comes to victims. That's why they even allow victims to give victim impact statements in court. See, this comes with the ignorance and the buffoonery of not understanding how things operate in the court of law. So to call someone a victim is not an insult. Don't take that as an insult. Victimization network and thinking, oh, okay. Thanks for reaffirming the fact that victims do matter in court. It can be Googled and researched. Thanks for reaffirming that. Yeah. No, victims matter in court, though. In the court of law, victims matter. The judge will even allow others to give statements to aid in the victim's testimony. Or, if the victim is not the petitioner, and let's say it's a criminal matter, you have the victim to which the state is bringing forth these charges on behalf of. Oh, okay. they get to give an impact statement. Yeah, thanks for validating that. Yeah, I just when I get certain information I hear and I'm just throwing it back. Like, are they affirming the courts? Yeah, okay. They don't realize that the victims have a lot more power in the court. Saying that there's a network is asinine, because the judge is going to be like, oh, so there are people who agree that you are a victim. You see how people try to put things out being, if it's not ignorance, it's evil. And then God turns that thing around and flips it in your favor. So write your victim impact statements and read it to the court, to the judge in the court, if you have a court case against that person, because the judge does want to hear from the victims. They always want to hear from the victims. You're validating the victims. Because the reasons. No, they think they're clowning on people. No, you're not. You're not at all. It's not an insult. The court actually gives the victims the opportunity to give impact statements and to express how they feel. How is that a bad thing? Oh, Lord, keep us near the cross. Okay. I don't understand how you can run in Illinois, call himself homeless for the last year, and admits he has a home address in Texas. A lot of things that I'm just confused about at this point. It's just laughable to me. So he needs to raise money for his campaign and the $100,000 for an abandoned building. Who knows? Well, I mean, that's one of the things that, I'm not going to spill all the secrets out, because I'm not here to teach that individual anything. You miscreant. I'm not here to give you pointers that your investigative team should be researching. Hold on, I still have to laugh about this investigative team thing. My laugh is the last of your worries. You should want me to laugh and not research and report anything else. You just want me to laugh at your buffoonery and keep living. No. Oh man, we have 3 cases to go over. Yeah, keep fucking with me, boy. All right. This is unbelievable. And you'll be giving away $500 every month. Shouldn't all that money be saved up towards the $100,000 roof fund, the building fund? What is this fund? It's like 3 pots of funds. It's so ridiculous. Oh. Yeah, no. Once you Dios mío. There we go. Thank you, Artis. Dios mío. Once you decide to be a candidate, there are a lot of things you're going to have to be reporting just based on regulatory requirements and measures. It'll be a mandate, a legal mandate. But when you think you're above laws, of course, that person's going to feel like that they don't have to do it because laws don't apply to me. Yeah, okay. But you want to sit here and try to reshape the courts, and you're not an attorney. You didn't go to law school. You have not gone to law school. You're not an attorney. You can hire all the attorneys in the world, and guess what they're going to say? Yeah, no. You don't dictate how federal rules of civil or criminal procedures or, judicial conduct in the court. You don't dictate that. Lawmakers don't dictate that. Find everything else out the hard way. I'm not here to help you out. I was called a fucking fool. Ay Dios mío. $500, you must buy votes. Who knows? Lady Luck, what's going on, road tripping? How you doing? So damn corny. Yeah. My laugh and my hair. And, oh, I'm a fucking fool. Mm-hmm. Mm. I guess he forgot that my godmother was presided over one of his lawsuits that was mutually dismissed with prejudice. All right, so we have some information. And to think I'm not going to read that, I've already gone over it, by the way. It's the mysterious case with a twist at the end. Yeah, I revealed that my godmother was the presiding judge over that matter. It was a lawsuit he filed in federal court here in the state of Georgia. I'm going to pull up the case summary on that. Yeah, you keep telling me I can't report on legal matters? Are you kidding? And listen, all of this, and don't even have to say his name. It's not that important. You know, it's the threat of it all. The threat of telling people not to report on things. It's the threat of that. People should be intimidated and in fear of this. Why? I mean, this is coming from someone that brags on doxing people. Brags on doxing people. That means you've had to have some level of invasion of privacy to release PII about people and dox them in a way to what? Keep them in order? To keep them in fear and terror? But you get upset when someone calls you a domestic terrorist. By its pure definition, you're fitting that. It's not including the aggravated assault and the attempt to escape the authorities, even though they still suck ass. They drove his car to the jail after he beat up a man, starting a fight because he believes somehow no one belongs on this street that he does not own but me. What are y'all doing out here? They're living and existing. Something they have the right to do. What are you doing out there? Impersonating a police officer to kick in doors? It's not me you fear. It's the truth that I tell and the facts that I present. That's what you fear the most. But you keep doing dumb shit. You fucking fool. And you don't want anyone to discuss it or talk about it to consider why you're not a good candidate. We're not fit. You're not even emotionally stable enough to do that. I'm the fucking fool. Ooh, man. You insult my intelligence, boy. Disgusting. And I can't discuss a case, especially one that my mom presided over. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Hey, Karis, how you doing? Hey, y'all. Hey, GB. So I'm not dealing with any BS in the comments. I'm really not. I'm not in the mood because I don't like threats like that. I don't like anybody telling me that my free will and free speech and expression should be restricted for any reason. Coming from someone that doxes people for fun and admits to it in videos that can be used against them in the court of law, and then gets mad when they get reported on by the FBI to the FBI. That's not, see, the thing is, you do things that rise to that occasion, that tends to happen. And let the investigation proceed. If you feel like you have nothing to hide, you've done nothing wrong, you shouldn't be upset about it. Grow a spine. Grow a spine. Because at the end of the day, I never helped or supported him doxing people, taking money frivolously. Hell, I think I only gave him $10 maximum. And I want my letter. That exemption tax letter you promised everyone, I want my fucking letter. Yeah, I want that letter. Of my contribution and donations to whatever that is. I want my letter. Just email me my proof of contribution. LadyLuckClubLLC at yahoo.com. Email it to me. Even if you're given $1, you still get a letter. There's no law that says, oh no, you don't get a letter if you donated less than this certain amount of money. That's not how that works. You keep putting it out there. Send the letters. What's the worst that can happen? There's no tax ID on it where it should be. Oh, yeah, send the letter. Send the letters. Send those tax statements. Stephanie Wiedemann, I hope you know what you're doing. I hope you know what you're getting into. I hope you know what you're doing. I really do. I hope you know what you're doing. Someone can't report on something. Laughable. 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 I mean, come on, let's be honest. Who else really reports on lawsuits other than myself? Heavily. Fuck out of here. Being in death threats, he said he was ready so he could see Cairo. What? You're showing mental instability. You say that you're fit for this. It's crazy. Oh, man. I'm reading comments. You know, death threats, I believe, preparing to get as much final grips and will go into hiding. You don't get a death threat during a live stream and stay on live stream. It's oh, Lord. Do I need to look up the definition of the word fool? Apparently, I need to do that. I just overload you with facts here. Does freedom of speech apply to politics? Political speech and expression are at the heart of the First Amendment. After all, the First Amendment primary purpose was to protect open discourse about government affairs. Thus, political speech usually receives the strongest protection. This means that courts tend to apply strict scrutiny to test the constitutionality of restrictions on political speech or expression. Strict scrutiny is the most difficult standard to meet. It requires a restriction to serve a compelling government interest in the least restrictive manner. Finance laws impact free speech. Oh my God. So many things regarding free speech in the First Amendment. You want to run for a political position again? Ooh, all the finance campaign laws that we're going to get to know. You must be joking. This country was established on the spirit of free speech and rebellion against the government because it was sick and tired of being under the reign, of a monarchy. You think it's going to be under the rule and reign of someone that believes that people shouldn't be able to walk in their own community without being questioned? Why are you here? You can't make this up. Oh, man. But no one can read legal documents and court documents concerning you. You're the one that filed the lawsuits. All three of these things that I'm going to pull up, he's either the petitioner or the co-petitioner. Stop filing this shit. What are you doing? You don't want to talk about it, but you keep filing lawsuits. Fuck out of here. It has to be a joke when someone is sitting here saying you can't report on something. You can't read lawsuits because it's coming for them. Huh. And the attempt to insult my intelligence with calling me a fucking fool from someone who still refuses to Google. Yeah, my mom doesn't even remember who he is. But she was very nice. She was fair. She was impartial. She's a fantastic judge. Federal judge. Fantastic. Good at her job. So you guys can read more about the constitution.findlaw.com regarding the First Amendment, freedom of speech, when it comes to, anyone trying to be a political candidate or politicians themselves. They have case law here. Oh, man. This stuff can be looked up. More case law. More case law. Case law. Case law. Case law. Lots of case law. Yeah, there's a whole lot of cases being cited here to kind of support that. You have that right. Oh, man. I'm just kind of floored a little bit. I'm floored a little bit. So there was a statement made about January 6th. It's so hard to even play that because it's disgusting to my core. But a video on January 6th. And this person calling insurrectionists patriots. American citizens is not the same thing as a patriot. Patriots don't violate the law. They don't go and commit an act of violence and then think that they're above reproach and consequence. They don't go surging into the Capitol and not care about the lives that were lost and harmed and affected permanently because of that. January 6th was an insurrection. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I'm a for American. At least 2 people died. You have people that are still experiencing the long-term consequences and the effects of January 6th. And you have someone running for a political position calling that a day of patriotism. You fool. You didn't even consider the impact towards many American citizens. And not just at the Capitol, but far reaching beyond that. So, here's an article. I'm going to read some more comments first before I get into the article. But I want you all to understand the impact goes beyond the Capitol. And he has no idea how it affected other people. No idea. None. And probably doesn't care. I mean, you're soulless and all. I don't expect you to. Congressional seat now. Yeah. I should make a diss track on him like I did today. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. He's not announcing until August 13th. This is all about a money grab. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and this is pathetic to say that January 6th was a day of patriotism. Whether you're a Democrat or Republican, you had Democratic and Republican lawmakers. You had Capitol Police officers alike that have been greatly impacted and affected to the point where they had to get counseling because of that. You had lawmakers calling their families, talking about they love them just in case they didn't see them again, not knowing if they would survive that event. A woman was shot and killed. Another officer passed away and lost his life. Never mind the effects that extended beyond the steps of the Capitol into the courthouses, where federal judges received death threats, had their livelihood and their safety jeopardized, had to have extra security and protection in the courtroom just to oversee these cases of these defendants. See, a foolish man would say dumb shit without fully looking into and researching the impact of something like January 6th. A foolish man does not consider the consequences of the words that they utter. The words that you speak that come out of your mouth that may have an impact on someone. Perhaps a cult that don't question anything you say. But a wise man at least tries to be empathetic, put themselves in the shoes of the people that were there, fearing for their life. I told you would rather I laugh at you than to respond to you in any other matter. Fucking fool. You won't allow it. Great. I have his channel blocked. His name's blocked. So if you try to put his name in the comments, it probably won't show up. Because I won't give his credibility to his name. Disgusting. The one conscious plate is diabolical call. He's getting monkey back on his back. Yeah. If you guys haven't checked out, shout out to Conscious as well. She did, a few videos. The one I saw last night was the one that really got to me. I didn't get the chance to ask her if I could use her video, so I'm not, unless someone can ask her if I can show her video of talking about January 6th. It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. So I haven't been able to ask her if I could show the video of that part, but I saw the video last night. I did watch Conscious video, and I was just like, wow. And to think no one should report on that? Are you serious? You said it. You put it in a video. It's disturbing. Love that opening. I didn't know about that one. I will watch the one that she did last night. I haven't seen, if she's done one today, I haven't been able to see it. But the one I saw last night, I did a post after that, and I was so disturbed hearing his comments about January 6th. And I'm sitting here like, he has no idea what people really went through with this. It's just gross. Gross incompetence, gross buffoonery, just gross on so many levels. Mocking victims. Well, judges do care about victims in the court of law. That's not an insult. It's not an insult to say victimization. That's not an insult at all. You know how that fare well in court? It's just, oh man. Yeah. It's awesome. A walking contradiction. Hey, Jeff, how are you? Like I said, you don't want to hear about this cult leader, you don't have to watch. But the audacity to say that people should not report on you, you talking about running for a political position. I'm not here to change your mind. I want you to run. Please do it. And also send out those tax statements you promised everybody. Send those out. Of all the contributions made, please send those out. Send those out. No one would even refute something like that. There's nothing to hate on when someone sits here and speaks of January 6th in the manner that they do. There's nothing to hate on with that. So no one's hating or anything. You're not going to like all the information that comes out about you. It's called grow a spine. We have laws for a reason, and they're not just meant for you to be protected. They're for everyone. You kicking indoors and illegally evicting people when you're not an officer of the court. You're not a county sheriff. You don't have a court order. Any bill that's passed, I went over it, has not been effectuated as law. You have no legal authority to do that. And yet you sit here and mock it, and you want to run for a political position. But I was called the fucking fool because of reasons. Laugh. Child. Boy. I call you what you act like. You act like a child. It's just disturbing to think that is, Billy Porter running for office in the state of Illinois. It's just so crazy. The fake millionaire can back him. Yeah, who's the? Oh yeah, I was called a busybody. Okay, whatever. It's the fucking fool thing that gets me, because you're trying to insult my intelligence. No. Mm-mm. Yeah, all the other stuff, as you all can see, I don't respond to every little thing he says, and I think I get brought up in every single video. You know how many videos and content I've done where he wasn't even a thought because he's one speck on YouTube, but yet my name gets brought up all the time. Seems like. LNC, I hope you win in court. Please win. Just win. Win. I don't have to say much. Just win. Win your case, LNC. Win your case. That's it. Win. Go to court. Win. Ooh, child. Oh yeah, I'm a lot of things. Fucking fool, busybody, weird laugh. Blah blah blah. Okay. Doesn't stop me from researching this information either. He is limited what he can make up. Yeah. I've never did any illegal recordings of court hearings. Never aided in invading people's privacy and doxing anyone. Never aided in any illegal activity. This is coming from someone that tries to invoke fear and terror into people by doxing them. That's what people are, afraid of. Being doxed. Having their private or personal identifiable information released on the internet from someone that can't take criticism but wants to run for public office. But then don't report it to the FBI or file a lawsuit. The rage and the terror. Grr. You're a clown. You're a whole clown. 48-hour notice. Yeah. I told my godmother about that. She was like, what happens upon the 48th hour? I'm like, nothing. I don't know. He doxes people. He's like, so he gives you a 48-hour notice, and then if you don't do what he says, like a demand. So it's like what is this? What are we dealing with? I'm like, I don't know. It's still illegal. Doxing is illegal. So it's still illegal. But she was like, okay, skip to 48 hours has passed. What happens? You get doxed. That's the best I can come up with. Because that's all I've seen happen. And she's like, are you serious? Like, yeah, you get doxed. Mom, you get doxed. Unbelievable. Just working away on another museum ship. Oh, awesome, Jeff. Well, be safe, man. Beat people up. Yeah, the fighting, all this stuff is so. Oh my God. That plant lady. Hey, everyone. Yeah, if you're sending your cult members in here, they're gonna be in for a rude awakening. You're leaving digital footprints everywhere. If you choose the cyberstalk channels to see if someone's saying his name, you're not going to get that satisfaction out of me. I'm not saying his name, but I'm sure you know who I'm talking about just the same. But I do have 3 cases to pull up. Court documents. I don't have to sit here and make up shit to garner support financially. If you guys want to send a super or Cash App or Zelle, you can send it. Then ways to donate: Cash App and Zelle. A super chat, super thanks. We have a $25 goal every live stream. Sometimes I forget to even mention it. You get caught up in actually giving out the information. So yeah. Stephanie. Yeah, I hope Stephanie Wiedemann knows exactly what she's doing. She has a court hearing coming up in October, I think. That's what I saw on the court hearing website. Vivian's court hearing. She has a trial hearing. So I want LNC to win his case. And exactly. I want to report on what I want. You're not going to tell me, especially a case that my godmother presided over. You're not going to tell me I can't report on that lawsuit. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, child. Y'all hit the like button. Hit the damn like button. 30 people in here watching. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. You got people, and you bringing in people into this stuff. Other content creators. I hope y'all know what y'all doing. I wouldn't support anyone that sends out a 48-hour notice. It took a minute for me to see, but I see now. I understand. Don't sit here and remind people of this who want to distance themselves away from someone that's kicking in doors and they're not an officer of the court. They don't have a badge. They don't have any authority to do so. They don't have a court order or anything. Not a writ, not a nothing. That's not what people should be voting for. But I'm not going to tell people what to do. I'm just going to give my thought on it. I wouldn't give them my vote. Not at all. Now, if your whole goal is I'm going to go in and try to change the court to keep people from filing protection orders against me. Because that's what that comes down to. That makes you no different than Napoleon. Napoleon is trying to manipulate state law to keep his salary intact. To get the things that he wants that would affect local politics on a local level. But there's so much more that goes into how a court operates, aside from case law, court rules, precedents. You have no idea. You have no idea what goes into how a court is to operate and adjudicate matters. One piece of state legislation does not totally affect the judicial branch of government. We have three separate but co-equal branches of power, people. Three separate but co-equal branches of power. Why isn't that investigative team researching this information and telling him this stuff before he gets out and say all this dumb shit in a video? Why isn't that being done? I'm just having a good laugh at the idea of an investigative team. We have three separate but co-equal branches of power for a reason. One branch should not sit here and have total control over the other. They all exist separately, but co-equal in power. That means you go into the legislative branch, you don't get to dictate how the judicial branch operates. That's not how it works. Find out the hard way. I don't really care. I'm not here to help you out. Fuck no, I'm not here to help you out. Oh no. And listen, don't give him information that's going to help him in any manner. Just report on the facts and the information that you come across. Just like I have up here. Just like I did with the First Amendment. If his investigative team refuses to actually Google information that he needs to utilize, and they fail to do that, then that's on them. We're not here to help him out. Hi, Sonia. How are you? Did I get Karis in? Karis. Did I get you in, Karis? Sonia, how are all of you all doing? The victimization thing, that really plays to the petitioners and people that have these protection orders. It helps them in court. It helps them in court. Like, Your Honor, look at all these videos where everyone confirmed that I am the victim. See, that comes with understanding how courts operate, where you can flip these things around and make you look like the fucking fool that you are. It doesn't hurt the people who have protection orders. It helps them when you're confirming that they're the victim. Perhaps no one understands how on that side, on the cult side, they don't understand how victim impact statements make a difference in sentencing. But they do. Who knew? I did, but who knew? I knew, right? Yeah, okay. I guess we're all in this impact in the victimization network. Oh, okay. Well, cool. So then the statements I provide to help the victims will have a great impact. It'll help them. Who knew? What's going on? Nice. No domestic terrorist cult leaders allowed. How you doing, Amir? Shout out to Amir. How are you doing? How are you and your daughter? You okay? Hope you're well. Good to see you. Good to have you in. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button, because I'm not playing. Would a moderator put Conscious YouTube channel in the chat so I can watch the video LSC is talking about? Please do. Can you guys drop Conscious YouTube channel and link it? If you are a content creator here and one that's not pushing this cultist narrative, nonsense and buffoonery, where a court of law and a judge would laugh at everything, calling someone a victim, confirming someone's a victim doesn't hurt the victim. It helps the victim. It helps them. Oh, man. Judges watch YouTube as well. I'm trying to calm down and not curse so much because I know my mom watches my videos. I have family that watch my videos. Ooh, child. Breathe. I was called a fucking fool. Like, seriously? Okay. Please drop the video if you can, of Conscious video from last night. It was the video that she did last night on her channel. The comments he made about the January 6th was just deplorable and disgusting and egregious. Running for office is another way to grift. Yeah. I don't take that seriously. And honestly, no one's stopping him. No one's stopping him from running. If you want to run for office, please do. So we can keep reporting on your eligibility as a candidate. I mean, you're giving us the material. I just won't say his name. I won't give him the pleasure of that. You don't deserve it here on my platform. I don't owe you that. I owe you nothing. And those who choose to say, okay, after hearing these comments he's made in his videos on his channel about a myriad of things that are disturbing, I'm not going to support them. Don't push those people away. I don't care if you're effing with me or not. It's irrelevant. Don't push those people away, because everybody has to understand and come to the realization of things on their own in due time. The last thing you want to do is, all you're doing is pushing them back over there because they don't feel like they're being, embraced or recognized on that side of the aisle or this one. Don't do that. I'm not going to bash them. I'm just going to report the information. You call me a fucking fool, I'll call you one back. And you can kiss my ass and go to hell. But no, I'm beyond that. Don't insult my intelligence, boy. Listening to him rant about absolutely nothing. Then ask, beg for donations. What he said about Beth was deplorable and disgusting. It was nasty that he said what he said about Beth. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Did anyone find the video on Conscious channel? Put the link in the chat. Oh, thank you, Saint. Is that it? Is this it, Saint? Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, that plant lady, for the $5 super sticker. Thank you. I appreciate it. Look at God. Y'all, we have a $25 goal every live stream that helps towards the, Xfinity and the StreamYard and other bills. I pay bills. It is what it is. Light bill. So that, content can continue to come out and flow. If we meet it, we meet it. We don't, we don't. I don't sit here and keep begging. I just let you all know it's $25 goal every live stream. It pays bills so that I can continue the content. The end. I'm not even going to lie about that or make it up. It's dumb to lie about that. It doesn't make sense. I am expecting my tax letter. Yeah, I want that. I want my fucking letter. Oh, good. Thank you all so much. You guys are dropping this stuff in. I appreciate you all. Tommy G, that's my second channel, you guys. Thank you all so much. As well, I got some stuff to catch up on. There. Thank you all so much. All right, let's get into this. This is a video article. Let me zoom in. From a North Fulton man accused in January 6th riot held without bond. Federal judge cites lack of remorse. Defense plans appeal. This is an older article, of course. We all know January 6th occurred back in 2021, beginning of 2021. Kevin Douglas Creek, a roofing contractor from North Fulton County, was arrested June 9, 2021 and charged with participating in January 6th insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. Police body camera footage appears to show Creek attacking police defending the Capitol. See this? This is what cult leader said was a patriot. Attacking the police that protects him in Harvey. City of Harvey police officers protecting him, covering his ass, driving his car to the police station. A fellow officer gets attacked at the Capitol on January 6th, though, and this man is a patriot. We're not disputing whether he's a citizen. Patriot is a different term, different definition. This is a patriot, he called. So we care about the police or we don't? Which one is it? A federal magistrate judge Monday denied Kevin Douglas Creek's request for bond, citing his failure to show contrition for his alleged role in the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Judge Linda T. Walker. That's my mom, y'all. That's my mom. This is my mom. To go on this case. Same judge that presided over the cult leader's lawsuit, he filed that he and the defense agreed to have dismissed with prejudice. So you didn't win anything. Lawsuits, you saying I can't read? This is my godmother. This is my mama. Judge Linda T. Walker said Creek, a 46-year-old former Marine, displayed disregard for the rule of law when he allegedly hit and kicked police officers in intense fighting on the Capitol's West Terrace. I mean, we can clearly see that's happening here, but even then, she had enough integrity to still say alleged until a ruling was given. He pled guilty, by the way. This man pled guilty. Pled guilty. Judge Linda T. Walker. What really got me is the lack of remorse, she said, referring to Judge Linda T. Walker, my mom. According to court records, when Creek was asked by an FBI agent if he regretted his behavior, he replied 50-50. Creek's attorney, David Joyner, said he would appeal to have the bond ruling overturned. Creek faces 7 different felony and misdemeanor charges and could face up to 10 years in prison if convicted. He pled guilty. Creek, the 11th Georgia suspect. So this wasn't the only case that she got. In the Capitol riot to be arrested out of more than 450 nationwide, came into the small courtroom in downtown Atlanta in handcuffs and wearing an orange prison jumpsuit and a disposable mask. A court officer scolded him as he removed the handcuffs. Next time, just follow me, the officer said. Don't deviate. I'm new to this, Creek replied. You're a grown-up, the officer said. When I say follow me, just follow me. So obviously he was at the courthouse failing to abide by the commands of the police officer there. And this is a person that had to go into my mother's courtroom. Do you know that black and brown judges from these defendants from January 6th were called the N-word? They were called the N-word. Yeah, to the black man that wants to sit here and run for a political position. They were called the N-word by these insurrectionists. Not all of them, but some of them. Called black and brown judges, male and female alike, the N-word. Do you know that my mom had to have extra security in her courtroom? For the first time, when I asked my mom, was she scared? After the little that she told me of what she endured. For the first time, she could not say no flat out. Say you just go in and pray and you do your job. When I say that you don't give 2 shits about the aftermath and the consequences of the impact that January 6th had on American citizens across the country beyond the Capitol, you don't know, nor have you tried to research or read the information, and I highly doubt you will ever care. You're a fucking fool. And for months, I had so much anxiety of my mom having these cases of the defendants from January 6th. So much anxiety. It wasn't even funny. I think I'm more nervous about her going to work than she is now. Y'all hit the like button. And then he gets to court and he's not following the instructions of the police officer there. FPS has to guard federal judges. When it comes to federal judges at the courthouse, you will never be able to walk through that courthouse looking for a judge. You have to worry about FPS coming after your ass. So if the officer is sitting here telling this man, you're a grown-up, follow me when I say follow me. He's talking about, oh, I'm new to this. No one told him to participate in an insurrection. But the anxiety, the death threats, the intimidation, the fear that these judges had to endure. You have no idea of the impact. Nor do you care when you call them patriots. And you want to run for a political position of some sort. I'm not even here to stop you. Please do it. Run for it. No one's hating you on it. Run. Death threats, people. Letters. Calls. Emails. They had to be worried about their information being doxxed. I had to literally call and text, did you get home? Because I'm worried about someone following her home. Fuck out of here. And patriots. Not a great time to be a federal anything, unfortunately. Yeah. This is my mom's case that she had. These judges being, just the idea that they were subjected to being called racial slurs. And then you turn around and do that to another judge because that judge granted a protection order to Ryan against you. While looking for this judge, calling her stupid, crazy. And yet you want to run for a position to try to change how the court operates. So it's only to your benefit. Because when a judge is granting a protection order, they're the worst of the worst. And they are all these names you call this judge. This is what my godmother had to endure. And other judges, other federal judges had to endure. Shit like this. From January 6th. So after all of the nonsense that this guy went and said in court, trying to plead his case, well, his attorneys, because he had an attorney. Creek does not have a criminal record, Joyner said. This is his attorney, said under similar conditions, he would expect such a defendant to be released without a cash bond while they await trial. Joyner said his client was willing to post a $10,000 bond and comply with additional restrictions. Walker was unmoved, saying she could not guarantee that someone who was unapologetic about his alleged participation in an insurrection would refrain from doing something similar if released. This may be the beginning of what is to come, she said. I'm going to leave that vague. I can tell y'all right now, my mom operates with the highest level of integrity. She's fair and impartial and unbiased because I report on corrupt judges. And I've never seen or heard her get beside herself, nor have I read any court documents or anything with her cases that I do get the chance to read. Not all of them. Been over 20 years in this. But you can't say she wasn't fair because she presided over your case. Him versus Jackson Protection Agency. Here she is. It's my mom, Linda T. Walker. He didn't even know. I didn't know. I didn't know him. He didn't exist. Still doesn't. He's just making a mess. Terrorizing, fighting, threatening. And all for what? Because none of the shit that you want to stop will stop. This is a lawsuit that he had filed against an employer of some sort that she presided over. There you go. Linda T. Walker. Oh, man. And this is... It led to a stipulation of dismissal with prejudice by him. Oh, there you go. And your attorney. Y'all agreed to this? But you said you won. What did you win? What did you win? See, this is the foolishness that I anticipate from someone who still refuses to Google. who sits here and mocks victims as if it hurts them in their case when it doesn't. It literally does the opposite of that. See? God knows how to turn things around in your favor. That's why I say, you got protection orders against him. Don't respond to him. Don't give him that energy. Let him talk. Put out information just to publicly shame and humiliate people. That's all they know. That is cyber stalking and cyber harassment and doxing. Invasion of privacy. That's all they seem to know. You understand this federal rule of civil procedure here? Lawmakers don't dictate that. You're going to go to try to change how the court sees cases. Oh, there's an abuse. An abuse. Who told you to file this lawsuit other than yourself? You, yourself, and you. No one told you to do this. You filed this complaint December 22nd, 2020. Filing fee $402. There's a receipt number. You filed this on your own accord. No one told you to do this. You filed this pro se. You didn't even go into it with an attorney. Then you got one. No one told you to file this. You chose to do this. This is ridiculous. All for it to lead. Here are all the status. I'm not even going to go through the case because I actually read this lawsuit. The mysterious case with a twist ending. That's the video. It might still be. I think I either have it in the members only or it's just on the general public platform. But I read that case. Yep. You had to file an amended complaint. They filed a motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim. There's my mom. Magistrate Judge Linda T. Walker. Yeah, the motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim. Why? What? You had an attorney? So she gives you the opportunity to do an amended complaint. Oh, no. This is the same judge that had to oversee cases from insurrectionists on January 6th. You called them patriots. She had to get extra FPS protection and guards in the courtroom. Be subjected to threats and all kinds of bullshit. Fuck you, bro. Disgusting. But very fair in this. She was fair. Gave you opportunity to do a amended complaint. They filed another motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim. You got a response in. Process occurred as it should. Man, I tell you the truth. Hey, order granting consent motion for extension of time so that you guys can come together and decide that you want to jointly file a motion to dismiss with prejudice. She signed the order. April 23rd, 2021. See, this is, you talking about don't read a case my mom had presided, my mom presided over. Are you fucking kidding me? Stipulation of dismissal. That means you both agreed and came to the decision that you were going to file this dismissal with prejudice. But we shouldn't read this. Oh, child. Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. Here's the one I really want to get to here. Because you dared me. I did this in my members only. Last week, I think. Yeah, I'm just floored at someone saying that January 6th was some day of patriotism. When my mom was subjected to being called the N-word, racial slurs, having to have extra guards for those cases. Judges experienced death threats by email, letters, phone calls. And he called me a fucking fool because of my laughter. Yeah, okay. Um, hmm, mm-mm-mm. Of all the things that he said about me, yeah, that's it. Stephanie Wiedemann, I really hope you know what you're doing. I hope you know what you're doing. You guys, I'm going to get some more comments in while we sit here and just let this marinate. Yeah, okay. My laughter is the least of your worries, boy. It's so crazy. Oh my God. He discovered the building was not working. So now going after fake campaign money. He wants to go on a cruise. They said not going. Thanks so much for driving Conscious channel. Really appreciate it. No problem. Shout out to Conscious. A great video last night. Hoo child. Not a great time to be a fed or anything. Enrique. Mr. LCDU, how you doing? I think he's doing that just to keep his name relevant. Yeah, you notice I haven't said his name. Yeah, that's because I don't think it's ever necessary. Don't give him that much of a boost to his inflated ego. A cult leader wants to run for office and then makes a threat that no one comes at them reading court documents and stuff. Like, oh man, this is stuff that you guys, when y'all send me this stuff and I'm like, what the fuck? Because I don't watch his stuff. His stuff is blocked. I don't even let his name come up in my comments. That's how much of a speck you are on YouTube. Out of 1 billion users, your name is not that important here. But the things that you say that is foolish in nature and in definition, especially when you're throwing out some mild threat not to report on you, when you're thinking about becoming a political candidate. Like I said, people I think are more afraid of him, doxing because something he's bragged on doing. Doxing, cyber stalking, invasion of privacy, all those things that go along with doxing. No one should be sitting here being reminded of having supported him. Most of us did. Who gives a flat fuck? That doesn't stop the earth from revolving around the sun. My grandmother used to say it so, wisely. Only the enemy wants to remind you of your past to have you feel guilty about it. Only the devil likes to do stuff like that. It's so crazy. He doesn't have a solid platform to run on, let alone any idea of compassion or truth. You got a whole team that you claim to be investigated, but they Google and research people's information, but not facts and information that you can utilize to help come up with anything. And then your only plan is to sit here and to try to manipulate how the court operates. Go to court. You get a court date with these protection orders. If you dare have some defense, go to court. The end. They have an attorney on retainer. They have an attorney now. Go to court. Put your attorney to good use. For fuck's sake. I think you get under his skin because you're not afraid of him and you challenge him. I'm not. I don't fear anyone but God. Like I said, if he doxes me, I'm going to sue the shit out of him. The end. That kind of goes without saying. That's it. If that's all you have is to dox someone and to prove even the more that you have no regard for the rule of law, then that just shows what he has to offer and who he really is. You gotta even be an evil piece of shit to sit here and to do that, joke about it, and not care about the safety or the protection or anyone's livelihood or anything. And people want to tap dance around this. You supported him. Many of us did. So the fuck what? So what? Good grief. I was like, Tino's get called. YouTube blocked it. I'm sorry. YouTube is going to block a lot of things. I'm sorry. He is doing it for money. He wants to run as a Democrat and supports Trump. That will never happen in Illinois. I don't get it. Just run as an independent. You see how stupid this is? You want to run as a Democrat? Why? Because Napoleon's a Democrat. I mean, what is the goal? What is the goal? How does that make sense? I'm not a Democrat or Republican. So if I ran for anything, I would run as an independent. Hell, I would create my own party platform. A for American. That's it. I care about my fellow American citizens. True patriots. They don't believe in insurrections. It's so ridiculous. The notion of that. Who's going to vote for someone that sits here and doxes people for fun? That cyberstalks people. That gets private information on people. And they do this with a reckless disregard for the law. Don't care if people come after you or call you or email you and put your safety in jeopardy. You know how many weird phone calls I've had come to my personal number from the state of Illinois? As if I'm not recording the numbers or something and they can't be traced. It's so stupid. I get called the fucking fool, though. From a fool. Just the next carrot dangle. Oh yeah, that's the term. That's a slur, by the way. Being, Latinos being called wetbags. It's so terrible. I mean, you kicking in doors and impersonating police officers and officers of the court as if someone under any law gave you power to do this, to illegally evict people. That's what the community was concerned about the night you decided to attack Amir and his daughter. They were concerned about you kicking in doors, impersonating officers, trying to evict someone that you don't have the legal authority or the power to do. Under any authority of any law are you operating under? You don't even have an order from the court to do that. You're not even licensed or registered to be a process server. But yet the city of Harvey protects him while he believes that the insurrection was a day of patriotism, where patriots who had a police officer beaten, one died, many hurt and injured, many had to get counseling, suffering with PTSD. Somehow complete disregard for those officers. But he's supposed to care about the city of Harvey police officers? They're stupid if they still think that this man is worth protecting and defending to the extent that they do this. They're not paying attention to anything that he says, obviously. For him to sit here and mock January 6th. So clearly he does not have any regard for the safety and livelihood of police officers. There are a lot of bad police officers out there, but there's some good ones too. And just showed an article of one being kicked by a defendant whose case landed in my mom's lap. Fuck out of here. It's so crazy. Yeah, he removed all his videos. So his channel was down. How's that working? Yeah, my godmother. I call her mom, y'all. I call her mom. But she's not my birth mother. But that's my mom. She helped raise me. Judge Walker is my mom. She helped raise me. That's my mom. Just like he does. Doesn't he have a godmother he calls mom or mama? He removed all his videos. So he's shutting down his channel. How's this going? He's drunk with all the attention. Oh, God. I won't dignify his name over here. So, yes, thank you, Laura. I'm using my godmother and Judge Walker, calling her mom interchangeably. But that's my mom. That's who I'm referring to. And she had to see. I asked her, was she scared? Yeah. Who child? But no. January 6th, according to him, who wants to run as a Democrat? Never mind the black judges that were called the N-word. Okay. Black and brown judges were called racial slurs. Lots of racial slurs. The death threats, the calls, the emails, the letters was unreal. Are you kidding? Instead, he won't. They are still there when won't make a difference. Yeah, no, I don't. What's the point of removing the videos again? Oh, lurkers, y'all just hit the damn like button. If you don't want to come out of the bushes, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Something about him. Hold on. Just did not sit well with me. Yeah, I mean, it gets to that. A lot of things, I think once people realize who he is and what he's really about, it doesn't sit well with them. So that's why I said, when people want to say, I'm not supporting him any longer, I'm distancing myself from him, don't sit here and keep reminding them that you used to support him. It's got to be the most asinine shit ever. Who cares? Who cares? How is this helping to improve any quality of life? Reminding people of that is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. People have the right to decide if they want to distance themselves from someone or not. Don't fuck me if you don't. But I don't have to F with him either. It's so ridiculous. I don't have to support him. And that damn sure I'm not going to give him my money. $10 was the most. And that was still too much. $10 too much. I want my damn letter. You want to sit here and put something like that out there into the universe talking about you're going to send out tax letters? Yeah, please send them. Send them. You got all the donations coming from your phone and your Cash App and all this other stuff. Send me that letter of my $10 donation. I better see an EIN or a tax ID on that letter too. Of whatever it is you claim to have established this organization. Whatever it is, it should have a tax ID or EIN on it. Please appease all of us with that. Keep running. Yeah, run. No, run. No one's hating on them. No one hates on someone wanting to become a politician. Who the fuck hates on that? It's so laughable to me. Yeah, he's hating on me for wanting to run. No one is hating on that. You know how much of a headache that is? Go for it. Go for the gold. No one will stop you from doing that. Just understand, we're going to exercise our First Amendment rights. We're going to help build this case up so that people can see who they are voting for. People can opt to vote for you or not. Doesn't stop people from reporting on you being a possible candidate. You know, the same thing we've done for every other candidate. Oh, man. January 6th was a day of patriotism, according to this person that wants to become a political figure as a Democrat. When Democrats and Republicans alike were fearing for their lives in the Capitol. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. If you're saying these things to try to get a rise out of people, it's going to hurt you. It's going to go against you. But now keep saying all the buffoonery, dumb you say, you fool. Keep saying it. Keep saying it. Yeah, that'll fare well for you. Removing all your videos. What is that supposed to do? What does the removing of videos do? Are they deleted or removed and just hidden? Because, they're still sitting on a server. Good Lord. You got people that record his stuff. Is he kidding? People record his videos. So what do they think? What does he think is happening here? Ah, man, you kiss my ass. Jesus Christ. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up, Lord. Oh, man. Begging for money and for meals was too much for me. Yeah. That's why I'm watching the telethon. Exactly. Still up. Trying to clear out anything to be used against him when he runs. Oh, man. Congress is prepared for possible shutdown. Yeah. Hi, succeeding. How are you doing? How you doing? Good evening to you. Oh, man. I think the judge and husband and son was unalived by the delivery guy. Oh, man. See, that's the danger of that. That's the danger of that. Oh, no. I have never supported him. Yeah, I made the mistake of doing that, Sonya. I made the mistake of doing that. But we've all seen random news. We've all seen random news. Come on with that new video, bro. Drop that new video. We're all waiting. Jesus Christ. I think many of us could say we all regret that. I regret it. I regret meeting him in person once. I've only met him in person once, along with another content creator that I am glad I met. It's my brother in Christ, Jay Witt Podcast. Shout out to him. And he doesn't say anything bad or negative about him. Why bring him up? I don't understand that. Why bring up Jay Witt in any capacity? Like, leave him alone. It is what it is. This information is people gonna read this stuff and come to the conclusions on their own accord. Yeah, please run. Yeah, that First Amendment right is about to get used all the way up in the LLC. Maybe because he stated too many times he was not a Democrat, so he wants to run as a Democrat. I just don't get it. Run as a Democrat to do what? I mean, you're going to run against someone that you know could get more votes? It doesn't make sense. I don't understand. Just run as an independent, like Nate did. Nate ran as an independent. Even if Nate wanted to run as a Democrat, he realized, you know what? I can run in my own lane. Be your own person. Yeah, see him copy out somebody. It's so crazy. I regret it too. Had become a member counseled the night of the fight. Yeah, Karis. And see, here's the thing. I believe in giving people the grace to understand, like, to come to that realization. And it's best to come to the realization on your own, as opposed to someone forcing you, because you come to that realization on your own. This is not a good person. I'm not supporting them. It's genuine, and it's a permanent decision. You're not doing it because you're being pulled one way or the other, right? But you come to this decision on your own simply because you've been able to see for yourself who they truly are. The last thing I'm going to do is sit here and keep reminding people of that either. I'm not going to make you feel bad about it, because we've all of us, most of us, not all of us. Some you say I never supported them. Good for you. But most of us could say we watched at least one video and supported the cause. I didn't aid in the criminal activity. You don't record court hearings. You don't dox. You don't research people's PII. You don't do stuff like that. You don't invade people's privacy. You don't call people from random numbers. Send threats and emails and text. You don't do that. Yeah, if you got to do that and you just want spec on YouTube, you have a lot to hide, right? Or you're trying to stop people from doing something? For what? If they're not doing anything wrong, then you shouldn't be going out of your way. I don't sit here and go out my way to find out information on people like that. I research information that I can share that is relevant and pertinent to what you all need to know. I can't say I get thousands of views on my videos, because I don't. Y'all see the views on my videos. You can go on my YouTube channel. You can go on my YouTube studio, my analytics. So the information I'm reporting, I believe in field based on what you all recommend. And it's just pure and simply pertinent information that I feel the public needs to know. That's the difference. No one, if you're reporting information that is just of importance to the public, or even if you're just giving commentary for entertainment, how does that involve anyone being doxxed? How does that involve that? Why would you care to know where someone lived just to figure out if they like you or not? Or you have people cyber stalking YouTube channels to see if your name is being said. What the hell is that? It's unbelievable. You're leaving digital footprints everywhere. Yeah. Who child? NordVPN don't hide everything. When you drop Jay Witt's new channel, please. Yes, Jay Witt. He rebranded DWC. He renamed his channel. I'm proud of him. He still bashes Democrats. I'm sure he does. God. Just because someone used to support someone doesn't mean they can't find out more and change their mind. Exactly. Thank you, Succeeding. I mean, there are a lot of people that have changed their mind. All right. I think it's the charisma. And there's a lot of what you see in people like that. want to be cult leaders and all. It's the charisma that gets you and draw you in. If you guys watch the documentary on Jim Jones and you put that side by his rants, you'll see some similarities. I'm doing the series on Nature Boy. Shout out to Hood Horrors. And Eligio Bishop is his name, aka Nature Boy. He admitted he was a cult. And there are a lot of similarities between Eligio Bishop, aka Nature Boy, and this cult leader here. And the things that they say, their mannerisms, the way they think, the narcissism of it all, the cultish personality, lots and lots of similarities if you compare it side by side. That's why we're covering, that series. I've covered televangelists. I mean, the cult of personality, you'll find has a lot of similarities. It's all about the manipulation, the control of how people think and their mindset. It's not necessarily believing in a cause of the cult itself. It's just having this unusual and abnormal adoration and admiration for the messenger, the cult leader. And once they get you to a point where you're not even reading information and researching stuff for yourself here, and they're just telling you what you should believe, don't get your information from anyone else. Just believe what I say. Just trust me. I'm not lying to you all. You don't have to say you're lying to tell the truth. Just tell the truth. Then, as an independent journalist, in the spirit of journalism, if you do make a mistake, you correct that error. Journalists do it all the time. You'll see articles where it say correction made or update or last corrected. Because if they have some level of integrity, they'll go back and correct themselves. I did a post about a bill passing. I said that the bill had passed and became law earlier that week. Went back after reading and researching the information and did a post and said, this bill has not been effectuated into law. It doesn't become effectuated until January 1 of 2026. I recorrected it. I had to go back and correct that, just so people wouldn't be confused. And then I gave the information on the just looking on the website under the Illinois website where they do the status updates for all the bills that they have, just like I did with Napoleon in the video I did with him. I looked up all the bills that he has sponsored and the ones that are in committee. There's a whole website you can go to check up on a bill status to see where it is in the process. I went back and corrected that because I believe in that in integrity. If I'm sharing information that anyone else can read and research, last thing I want someone saying, this is not right. You put out information that's not correct. I just researched it. I want to go back and correct it. You got to give room for people, give grace for people to be able to correct their error and mistake. But what I should not be telling you all is only believe me and what I say and don't believe anything or anyone else. Don't read anything. Don't listen to anyone else. They're all being negative. They're hating on me. They just can't stand my guts. Wop, 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 wop. All that for what? So now I'm going to sit here and dictate whether people should read and research? Are we doing this? Are we really going to go full blown cult mode? The cult of personality is real up in here, people. Are we really going to do that? I'm not going to take away anyone's free will, freedom of speech and expression. You guys have the right to decide matters on your own. Even if I read information to you all and share this information with you all, if you still have a different interpretation of it, that's called life. It's perfectly fine. And then that's what we, converse about in the comments. That's it. I will go to the point where I have to look up definitions of terms. I think I should be doing that for the word fool. I will do that if it means being at least accurate to show people why I have the opinion or the belief or to support my commentary. I'll look up definitions of words if I have to. But I encourage all of you to go out and read and research information as well. No one should be telling you what to think and what to say and what to believe when it comes down to facts and evidence. We know what we're hearing and seeing in these videos. We know what we witnessed in that fight. We all can see that. We heard it. You walking up to people asking them, what are they doing here? Like they don't have the right to exist and move about, right? The freedom of movement in their own community where they live. It is absolutely insane. And if people want to tiptoe around this concept of this cult uprising in Harvey, then you'll find your community, you find yourselves in fear and terror every day because he's going to be outside, waiting outside your house, wondering why you leaving your home. I have heard that in videos. Why is he here? Why you come outside then? You need to go inside and stay in the house. Who the fuck are you? You don't dictate anyone's life. You can't tell someone to just stay in the house. Are you kidding? So they don't have freedom of movement in where they live and exist? Get out of here. And for you all that live there, you better say something or you will find yourself at the mercy of him and his goons telling you when you can and can't leave your house. That's not to invoke fear and terror. That is based on what I have seen and heard in videos. You can't make this up. I don't even want to have to make this up. This is the last thing I would think I would have to report on my channel. Of all the cults I have talked about thus far and read about and researched, this is the last thing I would think I would have to sit here and compare this to. Don't call this person this. That. No, if they act like that and based on what they're doing, their actions and the words that they're saying, if it lines up to be a cult of personality where they're acting cultish, I'm going to call it what I see it. You don't have to agree. See, there lies the beauty of this freedom of speech and expression. You don't have to agree. But I don't tell anyone not to say this. You just understand if you make provable false statements against me, I'm going to hit you up for defamation. Fuck out of here. Good God in heaven, man. You can't make this stuff up. He still bashes Democrats. This channel's still up. Oh, okay. I have it blocked. So I don't fuck what happens with it. But I mean, the content there, you know, cult leaders don't care about whether or not they say and do anything that can be used against them in a court of law. They don't care about that. They just get mad when people report them, file complaints. It's ridiculous. Everybody's not going to play these games. Shout out to Cafe of Knowledge. Everybody's not going to play these games. Cafe of Knowledge proved that. She was like, oh, I don't take that as a threat. Okay, I don't play that shit. He said, you know, I thought when I showed this picture, you know, I guess it must have went over everybody's heads. Oh, it didn't go over mine, Cafe. I caught it. I peeped that. I peeped that. She had to show. I'm not playing. Don't play with me when it comes to that. Don't threaten me. It is absurd to think that this is how far people have to go to show they're not for play. I am not for play. Don't threaten me. I'm a federal judge. You think I'm scared to sit here and file it? Please. It's so insane. It's so insane. It wasn't long after he was calling her name. Yeah, I've been called names. Oh my God. This is still up, taking down with the tube socks. Oh Lord. Don't let anyone shame you because you initially supported someone. The people bashing you support others, their friends, associates, ex in relationships. They no longer support the end. Oh yeah, no, succeeding. You're absolutely right. I don't let anyone make me feel bad about it. I just hate that this is being done to others, and then they're kind of being pushed back, and they're not going to want to stop supporting someone if you're shaming them for not supporting them, and as if they're obligated to keep doing it. There's no logic to that. We should be able to come together and be able to stop people from doing corrupt things. This whole cult thing coming up in domestic terrorists are what they are. Look up the definition of the word. Google and research. That is exactly what they're acting like. You're terrorizing the community. And you're forcing yourself upon it by saying, I'm not leaving it. I'm just going to tell people they can't come out the house. Why are you walking in my neighborhood then? Why are you walking over here towards me? They're walking towards you. You walked up on them. It's clearly shown in the evidence in the video. And no, spitting is not a felony. I'll let you Google that. It's so crazy. The reason he's running as Democrat is because that district is primarily Democratic. Yeah, no, he's still going to lose because people are going to remember this fight and all the other threats and the doxing and all this dumb shit. They're going to remember all of that. Jay Witt podcast. I don't like how he treats people. I was on his side too, but I too am a leader and will support people that I believe in. I don't believe in him, and he's a directionless leader. Exactly. It's when I see you trying to infringe upon free movement, freedom of speech, expression, freedom of press, trying to say what people can and can't report on, and then you threaten to dox them or put out information, private information about them. You're doing all this shit. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, I this is why I don't respond to, whenever he called me names and all this other nonsense. Busybody. I don't even know what is that good or bad. Who cares? It's like, I'm seeing other videos, other people who are, reacting to his videos. And I'm seeing like he's saying that I was a fucking fool. Oh, okay. Child. Who cares about what former coworkers thought about someone? Exactly. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Saint. Thank you so much. Who child? No, he was succeeding speaking on what I was saying. No one should be making people feel bad about not supporting him anymore. It shouldn't even be a thought. You used to support him. Y'all used to do this. Yeah, so what? The devil probably would say the same thing if they want you to feel guilty about it. But it's ridiculous. So what? So what? That's not moving the needle on anything. Good grief. Good grief. JL Late Night Crew has him by that short hairs. Oh man. I wish Random News would drop his new video soon. Me too. That's why I said, come on, Random News. Come on, man. Drop that video. Jay has him on the run. He makes it easy for random. I know. They even include the running for U.S. Congress. People attempt to get information about people from their former coworkers to dox or embarrass them, to silence them. Yeah. The doxing is illegal. It's like, why do that? If someone keeps telling you they don't lie and know that they are lying to you in the exact moment, because we all tell lies at some point, even if it may not be habitual for us. Yeah. And that's the thing. Why say, am I lying? Oh, hold on. Let me fact check. And then get mad when someone fact checks in real time. Like, how do you explain that logic to me? Y'all, am I lying? 3 + 3 is 6. Am I lying? If I say the wrong number, someone might just say, yeah, you're lying. 3 + 3 is 7. Am I lying? More than likely, you're going to be like, yeah, you're lying. 3 + 3 is 6. Google it. Get a calculator. Lady Luck Club, what are you talking about? People would check me if I said something and then expect people to just believe it and go with it. No, you never want people to be at that point. People should still have that freedom of thought to be able to question things. Y'all, did y'all know 2 × 4 is 15? Am I lying? You'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Lady Luck, you're defying math. That is not correct. People would check me on that. They would Google it and fact check me. Jesus. He's a model in Harvard. Oh, Lord. I thought it was Dalton politics. Oh, good grief. Talking to a friend last night, we spoke on this subject. Anyone that tells you not to talk to someone or block you from knowledge is a form of manipulation. Yeah. Everyone else is lying except me. Yeah, okay. Exactly. I sent an LLC a bid from the guy who reads body language. Yeah, Dr. Todd Grande. Dr. Todd Grande. Boy, he needs to do a video on this one. Are we talking about Dr. Todd Grande? Breathing line. Isn't that gaslighting? Yeah, it's gaslighting. I get accused of gaslighting. Whatever. But I don't have to lie. I just research information, pull it up. I'm always encouraging people to do that. Did y'all know 4 × 2 is 12? Am I lying? Ooh, child, that's a good t-shirt. Am I lying? I said I wouldn't give any ideas. Am I lying? Oh, fuck you. Oh man. January 6th was not an insurrection. It was a day of patriots. They wanted to hang the then Vice President Mike Pence. They were shouting to hang this man. They wanted to take someone's life intentionally and to hang Mike Pence. And I'm not a fan of Mike Pence. But to think that people were looking for blood to hang someone. Yeah, this happened on January 6th. He changed where he went to high school. He said Thornton Township High School today was a school in Chicago and an alternative school. Oh, good Lord. Cute guy that was in the military. Cafe and Lenin Honor don't play. Yeah, Cafe of Knowledge is not for play. I honestly, if I would have known someone would have tried her on that level, I would have put out a post. Cafe of Knowledge is not for play. Because I peeped that photo. I peeped them vehicles in that photo. She's not for play. Why even test someone's patience on that? Why test that theory? Let me see if they're really going to do this. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, oversaturated team, but he's a narcissist. Yeah. Shout out to Cafe of Knowledge. Thank you all. Thank you, Cafe of Knowledge, for showing all of us how it's done. Oh, man. Thank you for showing us how it's done. Playing about you in front of hundreds of people and then came over after like it's exactly that happened around my birthday. I did a video debunking that because I just refused to give her that energy on my channel, on my main platform, but it's in the members only. I was reading a comment and I caught it because of that. And you go out on someone else's platform, you know, sit here and talk about you calling them out and handling people. Child, please. Laughable on every level. So, who child? Yeah, I did respond to that in my members only. Just because I'm not gonna give anybody that type of attention on my main platform. I'm just not gonna do it. She's not deserving of that. He isn't either. That's why I won't say his name. It brought up, she disappears in the chat. Yep. It doesn't take long to be able to determine people doing, you know, stupid shit. It's just so crazy. Oh man. All right, so y'all, this is, you know, because look, cult leader wants to sit here and go make a difference in the courts because he thinks people are filing frivolous things in court, petitions and complaints. Yeah. No, but you and a friend are. This is from the U.S. District Court, Eastern District of Michigan, Northern Division. So, cult leader by and through next friend Jason Dye. I was told that was a friend of his. He got carried a AK or AR at the protest in Flint. Case number 25-CV-11948. The Honorable Thomas L. Ludington, U.S. District Judge. So these two verses, City of Flint et al. Respondents. This is the opinion and order dismissing the petition for a writ of habeas corpus and declining to issue a certificate of appealability or leave to appeal in forma pauperis. You want to talk about filing a frivolous petition here? Rarely do you see in the opinion of the judge where they actually say that the petition was frivolous and filed in bad faith. I shouldn't read court documents. Currently before the court is petitioner, petition for a writ of habeas corpus filed by his purported next friend, Jason Dye. Y'all hit that like button. I'm not playing. Hit the like button. We have a $25 goal. We got $5. Thank you. Oh my God. Y'all, we can't make this up. I'm reading it. Yeah. Mom, get ready for the 48-hour notice. This 48-hour notice is about to get real, Mom. Oh boy. But Dye has not shown that he can seek federal habeas relief on petitioner's behalf. And even if Dye was petitioner's next friend, you guys are going to find a lot of things in quotations. This is the judge just, I laughed. The judge was just like, this is irritating to write. It was. Petitioner has not exhausted his available state remedies because all habeas claims concern an ongoing state criminal prosecution. State criminal prosecution. This one, to be exact. State criminal prosecution. Case number 2025-25G is in GOAT 00918-OM. City of Flint v. him. Yeah. This is a case in Flint. Attorney misdemeanor appointed. I thought that was a paid attorney on retainment. Count. Disorderly conduct and disorderly persons. And then there's a separate count. And it has harass at the end. So you guys can see there's two different offense codes and charges here. But it's like, this is the umbrella. And this is the more specific one for harassment. Yeah. 2 misdemeanor. Bond $10,000. Bond set. By Judge Setting Bond, Rhonda Carey. So there's a hearing coming up on September 4th at 8:30 a.m. Hearing officer Jeffrey Clothier. Yeah. So this is the case. That state criminal prosecution that this is referring to. So the petition must be dismissed because reasonable jurists would not debate this conclusion. A certificate of appealability will be denied. And because an appeal would not be taken in good faith. When a district judge, federal judge, district judge says an appeal would not be taken in good faith, they're claiming that your appeal would be filed in bad faith. Ergo, frivolous. I'm the fucking fool. So too will petitioner's ability to proceed in forma pauperis on appeal. So the appeal will not be taken in good faith. So will the petitioner's ability to proceed in forma pauperis on appeal in good faith. That's how that reads. Oh. You would rather I just laugh at you than do anything else. I warned my godmother this 48-hour notice is coming. And the doxing, the illegal doxing. On June 27, 2025, Jason R. Dye filed a pro se habeas petition on petitioner behalf, ECF number 1. According to the petition, Dye is petitioner's next friend and constitutional advocate. Y'all see these air quotes? See, these quotes get real. Oh, you kiss my ass. Petitioner claims that he, national civil rights activist and whistleblower, in quotations, was unlawfully arrested, jailed without charges. I can't help it. I read it the same way in my members only video. It was so funny. Was unlawfully arrested, jailed without charges, and detained for 48 hours after attending a city council meeting in Flint, Michigan, to express concerns regarding the city's water crisis. Petitioner also alleges he is currently subject to unconstitutional bond conditions, $10,000 bond. We all saw it. Unconstitutional bond conditions that restrict him from speaking in public meetings or being near government officials. Yeah, I can't make this up. Y'all see these quotations? Get my ass. Petitioner lists the following as respondents: the city of Flint, Here's a petitioner listing the following as respondents. Y'all see the city of Flint et al. Here. Here's the et al. Here. The city of Flint, Walnut Head Mayor Sheldon Needle. He's still a Walnut Head. He's still a corrupt mayor. Then, the Flint Police Department, unknown Genesee County jail officials that treated him nice. They either treated you nice or treated you like a king, or they didn't. I don't know why they're being named as co-defendants. Why are they being named as respondents if they treated you like a king and fed you food from, desert islands and stuff, the foods of cult leader gods. Whatever you eat. What are we? Is this for real? Y'all. Oh man. Happy Saturday. Hey Mario. Happy Saturday, LSC. Let's talk about the case that you have with your children. Yeah, let's talk about it. It's in appeal status. Then. Yeah, ooh, the cult members are coming out. Yeah, welcome, Mario. It's an appeal. Dude, you trying. Oh no. It's an appeal. Have I not said this? I've said it in the videos covering the corrupt judge that oversaw the case that was investigated and had a hearing with the JQC versus inside of the Georgia Supreme Court. It's in videos. Oh, Mario, you're so adorable. I told you all, the warmer godmother. Get ready for this doxing. Mario. I have spoken about that. There's an appeal. Oh, man. I've spoken about this in videos I did about the judge. Oh, man, I'm a fucking fool. Y'all welcome Mario. Oh, Mario. Mario, is that you, cult leader? You changing your usernames in photos? What are you doing? Yeah, I've spoken about that. And I have my kids. I mean, I don't understand. Yeah, but it's in an appeal. There's an appeal. You all can hear about that in the videos I did covering the corrupt judge that oversaw the case. Yeah, oh, you trying. Oh, no. It doesn't stop this here. I'm sure court documents or whatever they can, dox me on with that is going to come out. You don't think I knew that this was going to be your mode of operandi? You don't think I anticipated this, you dumb cult leader? You can't keep your cult members under check, or you're sitting here switching names, whatever you're doing. You don't think I anticipated this? I'm not the one removing videos. You don't think I anticipated this? Let's keep reading. Unknown magistrate / judicial officers, number 5, who he alleges imposed unconstitutional conditions. Petitioner alleges violations at his 1st, 4th, 8th, and 14th Amendment rights and seeks injunctive and declaratory relief. Court must promptly review habeas petitions to screen out facial frivolity. Allen v. Perini. This is case law cited. Where is that attorney you have on retainer? Are they gonna be okay with you sitting here doxing people? Did they know you did that? How many women have you doxed? Boy, he won't come for what's his name? What you call him? He won't come for him. Minion with opinion. Oh no, you won't dare do that. Yeah, no. Minion was like, bring me the heat. He can't stand his ass. But he doesn't do this with men. You just get mad with men. Yeah. I have I have already, here's the thing. I anticipated him trying to dox me. I anticipate that. That's what people are fearful of. That's what people are afraid of, because that's his MO. That's his retaliation. Doxing, which is still illegal. Don't get mad when you get sued over it. And here, I can't stop anyone from doing anything. The only thing I can do is respond to it accordingly. Case with my kids, I have my kids. So he doesn't play. Yeah, no, he doesn't play with Minion. He won't do any of this with me. Any man that comes to him and steps to him, it takes 2-3 of you to jump a mirror. But yet you sit here and talk about Beth, who lost her spouse. How disgusting was that? That was so disgusting. You're gonna hurt his nose, but exactly. I mean, it's something I've reported on the corrupt judge. But Mario is, I guess, I anticipate you trying to dox me. I anticipate that. And there are contingencies for that. All you're doing is sending evidence into my chat. You're sending evidence into my chat. Fucking fool. Yeah, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. This is what happens when you call me one. I show you how much of a fool you really are. Fucking fool. I anticipated that. You don't think I've already got people prepared? Yeah, I'm gonna get doxxed. Many laws will be broken. Yeah, I have something he doesn't have. Children. See, I can go savage if you want. I can really reel it in and just sear it in. Something you don't have. I have children. Fuck around and find out, boy. Indeed, the U.S. District Court, and we're just reading a court document. Indeed, the U.S. District Court's rules governing Section 2254 cases instruct district judges to dismiss habeas petitions. This is what you and your friend filed. You didn't have to file this. This doesn't get you out of the state criminal prosecution that is also what you put yourself in, a situation you put yourself into. This doesn't get you out of it. By the way, this is the opinion and order of the court from the judge denying it. It was denied. Denied. This is insane. You did this. You did this. That was yeah. No, I love my babies. Yeah, we don't do that with my kids. Minion gave a warning and there was silence. Yeah. I'm waiting on him to go for a Minion. Please go for Minion. I love it. Please go for Minion. His Minion's like, I welcome it. He said, dox me if you want to. Me? If you do it, understand that there's a consequence behind it. It will be earth shattering. See, when it comes to there's a warning in the Bible that says, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. That's the quickest way to scorn me is with my children. I will scorch this earth with your ass and crack it wide open with your face and leave nothing there for the human race to behold and look upon. And then I will go to sleep peacefully as if nothing happened. I want you all to know, I don't play chess or checkers. I'm the type that goes into the room and burns down the board. And then no one plays. And then I will stand there and watch that thing burn to ashes. And because I'm clean and polite, I'll go vacuum the ashes up, put it in the trash can, and go home and sleep peacefully as if it never existed. So I don't play chess or checkers. I burn the fucking game board and light it on fire and watch it burn to ashes. That's just my MO. I don't play games with that. Keep your cult members under control. You already have them there. You already dictate what they should say and not say and read and Google and research. I will burn the fucking game board and watch it burn to ashes. And it will not bother me. It will not bother me. I don't even say this angry. I say it so calm because I don't have to be angry about that. Just a heads up. Just a heads up. We're going to keep reading this because you said not to. Fuck you. All right. Rules governing section 2254 cases instruct district judges to dismiss habeas petitions if it plainly appears from the petition and any attached exhibits that the petitioner is not entitled to relief. Rule 4, rules governing statute 2254 cases. And although Rule 4 expressly applies to statute 2254 petition, courts routinely rely on Rule 4 for habeas petitions filed under statute 2241. Simply stated, when a habeas petition is frivolous or facially meritless. Y'all see this? You want to go and try to change how the court operates based on some level of frivolity, and you have a district judge calling this entire petition frivolous or facially meritless. Why did you all file this again with no attorney? This was filed by next friend, but no attorney. Simply stated. When a habeas petition is frivolous or facially meritless, dismissal is appropriate and no responsive pleadings are necessary. The judge is like, I don't even have to, I'm just going to dismiss this, call it meritless and frivolous as it is, and dismiss it appropriately with the backing of the law. No responsive pleadings are even necessary. Federal courts, because this is a federal court, are authorized to dismiss any habeas petition that appears legally insufficient on its face. Emphasis added. You filed this. The petition must be dismissed for 2 reasons. First, dialect standing to seek federal habeas relief on petitioner's behalf. True, a petition for a writ of habeas corpus may be filed by one person on behalf of another. 28 U.S.C. Statute 2242. But next friend status is more than mere semantics. 2 firmly rooted prerequisites must be satisfied to confer such status. In a cite case law here, Whitmore v. Arkansas, 1990 case. First, a purported next friend must adequately explain why the real party in interest cannot appear on his own behalf, such as inaccessibility, mental incompetence. Is it mental incompetence to keep doxing people? Is there some sort of mental imbalance with that? This is what this next friend, who's not an attorney and did not go to law school, must be able to state as to why they're even filing it on your behalf. There's some sort of inaccessibility, mental incompetence, or other disability. Second, the next friend must truly be dedicated to the best interests of the person on whose behalf he seeks to litigate. So he must be truly dedicated to the best interests of the person on whose behalf he seeks to litigate. Is he truly dedicated to your best interest? What's his friend again? What? Did he go to law school? Did he even take one law course? Where's that paid attorney on retainment? He's doxing people. Oh my God. Does that attorney or Stephanie Wiedemann know that you've illegally doxed people, kicked indoors, impersonated law enforcement? You got a complaint filed against you from cafe of knowledge. Boy, I tell you the truth. You can't make this up. Oh boy. My God. Do they know you're doing this? And you do this with pride. Such ease, Mario. Oh. It's like, yes, next. Oh man. Y'all know I love my kids, honey. I don't let anyone come at me with defamation on that. Don't slander me with that shit. Don't do that. That will not be conducive to your good liberty and freedom. Don't do that. You can call me any and every name in the book. You come at me with my children, you're trying to do that. That incurs my that hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Yeah, that's all that does. But I don't have to just scorn out on videos. I'm just gonna do what I need to do in the court of law, and that's it. That's it. And they still do this, knowing that my godmother's a federal judge. They still wanting to do this. You still want to fucking play this game, you fucking fool. Okay. And you sitting here talking about a woman who lost her husband. The soulless, evil, heartless shit that the stuff that comes out of your mouth is so disgusting. But you won't go after Minion. You won't go after a man that comes to you. Yeah, challenge me, bro. No, you won't go after Minion at all. Minion with opinion is waiting for you. Random news too. Yeah. Oh, because maybe he doesn't understand how fair use works. I don't know. Whatever. But they won't look that up. Won't look that up. I share. Shout out to all my great mods in here. I appreciate you all. Thank you all. Yeah, Mario is you're a whole clown. Keep fucking trying me though. These limitations importantly prevent intruders or uninvited meddlers. The judge called Jason Dye. Y'all, these quotations on this stuff is something else. Judge Ludington. He was being I don't want to say he was being sarcastic. Judge Ludington was just like, I am not playing these games. These limitations importantly prevent intruders or uninvited meddlers. He's calling the petitioners intruders or uninvited meddlers. Oh. To my children, mama loves you all so much. Mommy's probably going to get doxxed, despite the fact that, Grandma Linda is a whole federal judge and all. Yeah, but whatever. An intruder or uninvited meddler. Stop having your goons and cult members call my phone. Like I can't record the call. Like, you fucking kidding me? You prevent intruders or uninvited meddlers from seeking habeas relief. Yeah, okay. It is intruding and uninviting themselves as a meddler into legal affairs they don't belong in. Yeah. Neither one of these are attorneys. I don't know much about Jason Dye. I'm not even trying to speak negative of him. I'm just reading what the judge said about you. They call you an intruder or uninvited meddler. What judges know how to be smart when they need to be, man. And I'm talking about flip it. You pissed this judge off. Oh, man. The burden is on the next friend, clearly to establish the propriety of his status and thereby justify the jurisdiction of the court. Dye has not satisfied this burden. He has not even attempted to explain how petitioner is incompetent or incapable of filing a habeas petition on his own behalf, nor has he made any showing that he is truly dedicated to petitioner's interest. He's next friend and he couldn't even prove how he's dedicated to the petitioner's best interest. Maybe you should get another one of your cult followers to do. They worship the ground you walk on, to where they will aid in illegality and criminal behavior. They will aid in doxing people for you. That's how far they'll go. As if, they can never get caught. But they will aid in all of that. They will aid in that. They will leave evidence in people's chats, in the comments, the chat, in the live stream. They'll do all of that for you. So at the very least, they could go in and show all this unusual admiration for you as a wannabe cult leader and file these petitions for you. You have someone that did it that did not truly show the court that he's truly dedicated to your interest. But you have so many other, cult members that will do that for you. Oh man, they'll do it for you for free. They'll probably pay you to do it. Something else. It's something else. Hoocha! Speak to this for a second. Who has a live stream? Like, if I get a death threat during a live stream, wouldn't I end the live stream and go and report that immediately? I'm just saying. What? And how do we know you even took a real call? Like, this is the thing. Am I lying? God. All right. Oh, aka Mario. Yeah, they tried it. Like, the fuck? Videos up talking about that. Like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, no, go ahead. Have me bring that whole scripture to life. I will manifest that whole scripture in real time. I'm like Million in Cafe. Come on, man. Towing a line. And I can guarantee you, cult leader does not care. I'm telling you that right now. Cult leader does not care that my mom's a federal judge. He doesn't give two shits about that because he believes he's above the law. I'm just defending myself by doxing and putting out information, doing this stuff. Talk bad about me, I'm talk bad about you. Okay. You choose to go out and run for some political position. Oh, Lavelle text me. I gotta do that. I forgot about you, JB. I forgot about you. Okay, so seeing that he didn't get a true cult member to do this, it couldn't be dedicated to his best interest and continue to worship the ground he walks on to the court of law. Second, even if Die had satisfied this burden and could proceed as petitioner's next friend, which you have an attorney, do you not? Petitioner is facially not entitled to habeas relief. Although federal courts have jurisdiction to hear habeas corpus petitions arising from parallel state criminal pretrial proceedings, a federal court should generally abstain from exercising this jurisdiction if the issues raised in the petition are capable of being resolved either by the state trial or by other state procedures available to the petitioner. In other words, go to court. Go to court. What are you doing? You're trying to skip the ladder of success here. Well, whatever you want to term it as. Everything's an attack or they're hating on me. No, we're reading. Reading is fundamental. I don't sit here and tell any supporters of the LLC to stop reading and just believe what I say. Go to court. You have 2 misdemeanor charges. Defend yourself in court. You fucking fool. What is wrong with you? Why would you even have someone do this? And you have not even had a trial. The logic in that, again, is what now? Do I really need to look up the definition of fool? Because, man, wow, you're insulting my intelligence. My lord. My lord. Okay. So Such claims include those that provide an affirmative defense to the criminal charges and those that would abort a state criminal proceeding, dismiss an indictment, or prevent a prosecution. Here, petitioner's habeas claims stem from his state criminal arrest, pretrial release, and prosecution. CECF number 1. But such prosecution is ongoing, and petitioner has not exhausted his available state remedies. So this court should not exercise federal jurisdiction to hear his pretrial habeas claims. Go to court. You're trying to go to the federal court to escape even allowing state court to finish precluding the state criminal charges proceeding against you. But you want to make changes in the court? You want to make changes in a court of law that determines decisions for millions of Americans across the country, or at the very least in the state of Illinois. You want to sit here and determine and dictate how a court operates when you're trying to skip over whole court systems as if federal rules of procedure don't exist, because they do. Federal Rule of Appellate Procedure 22 provides that an appeal may not proceed unless a certificate of appealability, COA, is issued under 28 U.S.C. Statute 2253. A COA may be issued only if the applicant has made a substantial showing of the denial of a constitutional right. 28 U.S.C. Statute 2253 C2. A petitioner must show that reasonable jurists could debate whether, or for that matter agree that, the petition should have been resolved in a different manner, or that the issues presented were adequate to deserve encouragement to proceed further. This showing is required regardless of whether the habeas petition is filed under statute 2254 or 2241. Yeah, this judge was like going in. He wanted this to be clear. I am not for play. This was so ridiculous. This is the tone this judge has in his opinion and order. In this case, reasonable jurists would not debate this court's conclusion that procedurally Dye has not satisfied the requisite showing to convey next friend status to file a habeas petition on petitioner's behalf. Reasonable jurists would also not debate this court's conclusion that petitioner, who complains solely of constitutional injuries stemming from his ongoing state criminal prosecution, has not exhausted available state remedies. Therefore, a COA will be denied. Petitioner will also be denied leave to appeal in forma pauperis, because an appeal could not be taken in good faith. You're filing this shit frivolous and then getting mad because people are reading it. 28 U.S.C. Statute 1915 A3. Accordingly, it is ordered, because we just love this part, that the petition for a writ of habeas corpus, ECF number 1, is dismissed with prejudice. That means don't bring this shit back. Dismiss with prejudice. Can y'all say with prejudice? With prejudice. Actually a word, yeah, on his face. Maybe Lacey Keith Freeman thought they were above the law too. Yeah, they all do. Oh, thank you, Laura. Up the $25 goal. Dismissed with prejudice. With prejudice. Oh man, Mario took a long walk after a short period. Oh, Mario. Yeah, you're leaving. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. Yeah. You sending your goons over here, man? Oh no. You don't think I've like kind of prepared my family to understand this? I could be doxxed. Like, you don't think I told my godmother that? You don't think I told anyone this? You don't think that I prepared my kids for this? Thank you, my dad. Member for 3 months. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. Oh man, you guys consider becoming a member. We have fun there. I put a lot of good court documents and lawsuits and filings and pleadings that I'm sure his cult members are sitting here getting memberships to watch and read as well. You know, I've read this in my members only channel. What the fuck is wrong with you, you fucking fool? You already know that. This is why he keeps bringing me up, because he does watch my shit. I don't watch yours. I don't really care. Cease to exist. I will sleep peacefully tonight. Wouldn't even bother me. This is the soulless, heartless nature that you have. You don't care about anyone's safety when you're doxing them. You don't care about anyone's safety when you're out here beating up people in the middle of the street, telling them why they're out here, asking them, questioning them why they're using the freedom of movement. You don't care about any of that. You're a soulless entity roaming this earth. And you care about nothing and no one but yourself. And for you to keep putting things on your mama or on your mama's soul or on your soul, when you don't have a soul, it's just mighty ironic. And stop putting things on your mama. Because when those things start to manifest, then would you even feel guilty? I don't say anything on my mama. What are you doing? No, this whatever. Keep doing it. I'm not here to stop anybody from saying anything. Further, it is ordered that a certificate of appealability is denied. Further, it is ordered that leave to appeal in forma pauperis is denied. This is a final order and closes the above caption case, dated July 10, 2025. Judge Thomas L. Ludington, U.S. District Judge, because he says, stop playing with me. You're irritating the court. And you want to sit here and talk about you want to change how the court operates? You stop it. Oh, man. Do I need to look up definition of fucking fool? I can do that. Maybe you don't know what you're saying when you call me that. Yeah. Okay. Just so you all know what a fool is. So we can be clear here. A person who acts unwisely or imprudently. A silly person. A jester or clown. Especially one retained in a noble household. In a noble household. Person who is duped. A person devoted to a particular activity is a running fool. My laughter does not indicate someone who acts unwisely or imprudently. No, you trying to dox people is that. You saying that January 6th was a day of patriotism. Not giving a fuck about anyone who suffered negatively because of that. That's a fool. You sending your cult members over here to try me in my comment section. That's a fool. This is why I don't play chess or checkers, y'all. I burn the fucking game board. Now watch it burn to ashes. And then I empty the ashes in the trash can and I go to sleep and sleep peacefully. As if you never existed. And have no quarrels about that. Just as calm as day. Everyone doesn't even have to be angry to defend themselves. But when you have a habit and a pattern of behavior of illegality and criminal activity, and then you decide you want to become a political candidate of some sort, you can't get mad because people are bringing forth information under the First Amendment to help voters decide whether they want to vote for you or not. Now, if people still want to vote for you after all of this, fine. But you don't dictate how the courts operate. That is a separate judicial branch of government, is a separate co-equal branch of power. The legislative branch does not control the judicial branch at all whatsoever. Who child? No, he's not watching. He watches my videos. He's a clown. He watches my videos. But his team is cyber stalking, if that's the case. You're just watching it to get information to see if someone's dropping his name. There are many other things that you all could be looking up and reading and researching here. like these tax letters he said he's going to send out and how they should have a tax ID or EIN on it. That should register back to this organization, right? Yeah, we're all waiting for that letter. Even if you're given $1, expect the letter. Because you put it out there. Keep saying things. You say things. Am I lying? You don't expect anybody to call you out. And when they read information or when they say you're wrong, you resort to breaking laws and cyber stalking, harassment, and bullying, and blah, blah, blah. Womp, womp. Who's a victim? Oh, God, that's another word. Victim impact statements. Just because this is not. This is not a. I don't know. I don't know why people think that a true victim is somehow a bad thing in court when it comes to legal matters. Oh, my God. A victim impact statement is a written or oral statement presented to the court during the sentencing of a defendant. It describes the emotional, physical, and financial impact the crime has had on the victim and their loved ones. Victims, their family members, and friends can participate in these statements. Victims, their family members, and friends. Victims, their family members, and friends can participate in these statements, which help the court understand the full effects of the crime. So, to solidify someone being a victim does not hurt them in the court of law. It helps them. Y'all seeing this? Hold on. Sorry. Good child. There you go. Yeah, and it doesn't hurt them. It helps. Written or oral statement presented to the court during the sentencing of a defendant, describing emotional, physical, financial impact. Why am I refreshing this? And the crime has had on the victim and their loved ones. You know, when we can all see the impact happening in videos that can be used as evidence in a court of law against you. Because you can't make this up. Victims, their family members, and friends can participate in these statements, which help the court understand the full effects of the crime. Explain to me how confirming someone as a victim is a bad thing in the court of law. This is what happens when you guys are too busy cyber stalking and trying to see if someone is saying his fucking name, which I'm not. I'm not giving him that I'm not validating his existence by saying his name. But that's what you would rather spend your time doing as opposed to looking up how being a victim, especially in a criminal matter, is not a bad thing. And how even joking about it doesn't really hurt the victim. It helps them. Because look at this impact. Emotionally, physically, and financially. Look at the impact here. All those videos helps in aiding the victim, showed the court the impact emotionally, physically, and financially. Because you can't make this up. You think they're attacking someone with it. That's why I tell you all, don't worry about that. Let them make their videos. Let all the people he wants to see here and release information on and all this stuff on, let them make their videos. And you can use it in court to help your case. Let them make it. They put in everything in videos. They're telling on themselves. Fine. This is so crazy. Child. This is something else. I have a question. How could Bill not have character witnesses? I think she can in her trial hearing. Or you can send statements to the court. That's always an option. You have the right to send statements to the court. You can do that. Oh yeah. My Dale. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. God is good every day. He is. I'm not even trying to be hypocritical here. It's just ridiculous. You're not hurting the victim. I don't know why he keeps wanting me to refresh this. You're not hurting the victim with this. To prepare a victim impact statement, consider including personal experiences and feelings related to the crime. So if someone's going in and the crime is doxing or defamation and slander or something, all this stuff, it helps the case. Because reading is fundamental here in the Lady Luck Club. We read so that you guys can be empowered with the knowledge that you need to have to defend yourselves, to represent yourselves, to understand why I say that's. If you understand what's happening, you know that it doesn't hurt you. It actually will help you. This is why I ask, do people understand what they're doing and what they're getting themselves into when they continue to involve themselves with this cult leader? Do you understand what you're doing? Do you understand what you're involving yourself in? Are you even asking yourself that? Those views aren't worth it. If it comes down to a matter of law and someone takes you to court over it, and then your stuff gets taken down anyway, or you end up having to pay out a judgment because of who you're aligning yourself with, and not thinking about, is this legal what I'm doing? There's one thing he can't say I've ever done. I never aided in his buffoonery of doxing people. If I say Super Stupid did this today, I can look up the information and read it. The offense is saying Super Stupid, not in the information I'm reading. But there are things that could be considered a cybercrime. Are you all even asking yourselves, what the hell am I doing? Why am I doing this for this one person? A speck on YouTube. Yeah, the views you're getting now might feel good. Oh, well, that YouTube check looks great. But you're not thinking about the actual consequences in the long term. I'm not going to aid in anyone being doxxed. I'm not going to sit here and aid in anyone being cyberbullied or cyber harassed or cyber. I'm not going to aid in that stuff. I'm not going to aid in anyone having their personal information released out. I'm not going to aid in these things. I'm not going to do that. Are you not thinking about this from a legal aspect here? If you don't think or you don't know if you're doing is legally wrong, call an attorney and get a 30-minute consult for free. You might want to think about that and consider who you're aligning yourself with. Ask yourself some questions here. Is this even legally justifiable? If someone took me to court over this bullshit, would I be able to explain to a judge as to why I did what a judge and jury could consider me breaking a law? Could grant judgment against me to a petitioner for cybercrime? Ask yourselves that before you sit here and aid in some wannabe fucking cult leader that does nothing but run his mouth all day and still doesn't do the things he say he's going to do. Am I doing something that could be considered illegal? Fuck the views if you have to lose your liberty and freedom over it. If someone files a lawsuit and names you in it, all that money YouTube just gave you, you end up having to pay it out times 1,000,000 in a judgment. How is that worth it? How is it worth it? Don't get too brainwashed and caught up in the bullshittery to where you can't see the light of day. At the very least, ask yourselves, what I'm saying and doing and putting out on a platform available to the public, would this be illegal? What am I aiding in here? How does this benefit anybody? You advocating for people, for residents? How? People are living in fear and terror because they're scared to go outside because they think you're going to be out there to whip their ass. A victimization network? No. Judges don't see it that way. And that's what matters when it comes down to it at the end of the day. How is this shit going to be seen and heard and interpreted in a court of law? I don't play chess or checkers. I burn the fucking board. It's not worth it. But, do as you want. I'm not here to force anybody to change their perspective. This isn't a matter of him pissing me off. It's a matter of stopping him from doing what is illegal activity, criminal behavior, terrorizing people. Why you mock someone being a victim? It actually helps them in their case. All because no one's researching this information. Content creators getting caught up in this. You're going to have to ask yourself some real questions here and say, you know what? I'm going to just keep my neutral stance on this. I'm not going to sway one way or the other. Whatever that information he's trying to send you out, you might want to read over and think twice about this. Like, would this shit fly in court? Real questions you should be asking yourselves. And you post this to your YouTube channels that can be used against you. It can be video evidence used against you. Think twice about that. Think twice about it. To prepare a victim impact statement, consider including personal experiences and feelings related to the crime, changes in daily life and emotional well-being, financial losses incurred due to the crime, any physical injuries or long-term effects experienced. These statements can be powerful tools for victims to express their experiences and ensure their voices are heard in court. Are you serious? Powerful statements that can ensure that their voices are heard in court. And there's a whole network. Why is that a mockery? When it helps the victim. Okay. Good job. Oh, man. Oh, thank you, Karis. Oh, my God. Thank you so much. Member for 3 months. Thank you all so much. Oh, my God. Yeah, I mean, it's that won't ever. Beth lost her husband. That's nothing to mock. She lost her best friend and her spouse. Something he doesn't have, along with children. You don't mock that. That has to be heartbreaking. You can't stand someone's guts. You hate my guts. Fine. Hate my guts. But you going after things that you know will hurt someone, will have an effect on them. And for what? Your ego and pride is hurt? Fuck your feelings. No regard for the rule of law in this at all. No respect for that. Disgusting. You are a soulless evil being. And you're getting other content creators caught up in your bullshit. This is the damage that's happening here. You all have to understand what you're connecting yourselves to. This information you're putting out there. Understand the effects of it when you can give a victim impact statement. Oh my God. All the things that can be reported on YouTube, a platform with over 1 billion users. And you're taking your cue from someone that's a wannabe cult leader that doxes people, that breaks the law, that acts with impunity, that says January 6th was a day of patriotism. For fuck's sake. Misery loves company, I guess. I guess that's what it is. I don't know. I can't see myself being that miserable to aid in that type of behavior. And I'm going to still report on Super Stupid until she goes to prison. No one has to like me for saying super stupid. But I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to dox her. Wherever state she's moved to, I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to put that information out there to tell people where she is. I'm not going to do anything that's illegal. My opinion of her being stupid is my opinion of it. But the doxing, the kicking in doors, impersonating an officer is what you're doing. Just go be an officer. I don't understand this. Yeah, no. What do I know? Fucking fool, right? Someone was foolish to come up in here and leave evidence in my chat. Yeah, don't come for my kids. You can see and call all the names you want. Don't come for my children. Don't come for that. No. So this had to be done. I mean, it had to be done. People need to know who and what they're voting for. I don't expect cult members to take anything I say to heart. I don't expect that. All right. I think it's great for people to realize on their own accord. Yeah, no, this ain't it. People need to realize that for themselves on their own accord. That's not for me to sit here and to try to influence someone through any of my content. And I said that before. I don't make content for anyone that is like cult members. I don't do that. I don't do that. Because you can't change their mindset on how they perceive someone. Sometimes they just have to come out on their own accord and really rethink things. Sometimes it takes a life learned lesson. Something has to kind of give them a shock. Just for people to understand, this ain't it. That happened for me before. He said something about me to me while he was sitting here interviewing Lil Diva. I had already unsub and stopped watching and supporting him. But I didn't sit here and make an announcement of it. Because I don't have to do that. I just realized this wasn't it. Stop supporting and watching the content. I barely gave him money. So it's not something I feel ashamed about. $10. 10 too many for me, but still $10. But I don't owe him anything. I don't owe him any allegiance. No one owes him that. And I think we empower him by being afraid to say that. We don't have to align with him. No one has to hate him. No one has to bash him. We're just calling the facts to be facts. This is based on a pattern of behavior, what he's been doing, and then puts in videos and confirms that he does by his own admission. But I don't expect him to feel guilty or apologize or anything for it. But this is information other people need to know so they know who exactly they're trying, they have put in front of them as far as a vote. He doesn't have any children. So he doesn't care, if someone puts out information on him. I think Random News did a video where he got mad someone came to his house. But he doesn't have any kids to think about. He's a monkey. But he doesn't have any children. So when he's doxing mothers, trying to put out information about someone that has children, he doesn't give a shit about that. He's soulless. He lacks the ability to be empathetic. He lacks the ability to put himself in somebody else's shoes. I mean, he's not a woman, so he can't put himself in a mother's shoes, but, a father or a parent. He doesn't feel the true offense of someone making a threat to him. And then bring up his children in it. He doesn't feel that shit. He doesn't care. We have to understand what we're dealing with and call it for what it is. Whether my video sways any voters out there or not, I feel like my job is done by sharing the information. And no, I don't care that I supported him once upon a time. That no one reminding me of that is going to make me feel bad about it. Because I realize he's a horrible person. And he's not worthy of my support. And I can say that without malice. I can say that without being vengeful. I can say that without trying to dox him. I don't care where he is on earth. I don't care where he is. He could be underneath the earth for all I care. I don't care. I was able to do a almost 3-hour live stream without saying his fucking name. I don't care where he is. I don't care about his personal information that's not available to. I don't care about that. Because all that he shows, all that he says and does in his videos is what people need to really pay attention to. Hiding them does not hide the actual video itself if someone else recorded it and put it on their platform. Conscious got a lot of them. LSC, he got a lot of them. There are several people that have recorded your content. They already got your shit. So you're hiding these videos is not gonna stop it from being shown to the masses if it needs to be. You know, it yeah, with her, she came to Georgia. I don't know. I'm not looking for her either. But if something happens that's newsworthy, I'm gonna report on it. Children are off limits. Dumbass. No, he doesn't have kids. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. I'm not the first person he's attempted to try to bring up something about my children. I'm not the first. Probably won't be the last. I don't know. He doesn't care. Either way. Oh, does she? Oh, okay. Get out of my state, girl. Get out of my state. Promises no funds that can be spent at the store deposited in the bank. My only other mod from the beginning. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a shame to have. Don't bring in other content creators into your mess. Y'all need to question the stuff he's sending your way. Talk about this. Because he thinks that somebody is hating him and wronged him directly. Child, please. There's nothing to scorn. I only met him once. I watched his content originally like everyone else did. Gave him $10 total. If he feels scorned by that, I don't think those feelings are true and genuine. That's my whole point here. You don't connect yourself to someone you barely know and you've probably never met face to face. And then not question, is the shit they're doing illegal? Is this even legal? And you want to try that bullshit with me when my godmother's a federal judge? Bitch, please. Yeah, no, I'm just going to burn the board, y'all. Cafe did not play when she did what she had to do. I'm not going to play with it either. I'm just going to have some sufficient, overflowing evidence to support it. You can call me whatever you want. The victim's impact have heavy weight in the court of law. That's not an insult. This is the thing. Is it the knowledge that you fear? I don't know. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. But I appreciate you all for tuning in. I really do. No one should sit here and tell someone not to report on something, or don't tell me I can't report on court documents and lawsuits. No, don't come for the queen. Don't come for the queen. And you won't even try a man like this. He won't try Minion at all. It's something else. I love Minion, but he won't try him. He will not try him. I think this cult leader is deplorable and disgusting. Can't dox him. He posts his number and has no address and uses fake names. I mean, even if I knew information on him like that, I would put that out there. That's not, if I have to resort to doing that, that means the content that I have is not worthy of a watch. You don't send your cult members after people's channels if you don't think that they're going to say something that could really hurt you or damage you. I don't need to do that. That's never necessary. Yeah. He won't play with Cafe or Minion. Minion is like, bitch, I'm it. Oh, Minion. We love you, Minion. If someone can put The channel links to Minion with Opinion, Cafe of Knowledge, you know, in the chat, please. I would appreciate that. And man, this has been something else. Talking about a case with my kids. That's an appeal. Anything else to discuss? It's in appeal status. Pending an appeal. Don't fucking come for my children now. Yeah, no, you want to punch below the belt. I'm not even gonna fight back. I'm not gonna fight back with you directly. I'm just gonna go do what I need to do and sue the shit out of your ass and be done with it. That's all I'm gonna do. I don't play about that shit. Don't test me on that. Don't test me on that. It's not even a threat. It's just exactly what's going to be done. That's insane. I'm like Cafe of Knowledge with that. I will do all that I need to do. And they'd be like, not responding to it no more. That's it. That's why I say you would rather I laugh at you than anything else. I'm gonna try me on that bullshit. My God, I'm a federal judge. Lord, help the children. Thank you, Saint. That's Mean with Opinion channel. Anybody got any questions or anything? I don't believe in infringing upon First Amendment rights of free speech and expression. I don't believe in doing that. I will not tell someone what they can and cannot report. And if you don't have a spine to handle criticism, to handle reporting that you will not take kindly to, much of it won't be because no one's going to kiss your ass, then you should be rethinking whether or not you belong in politics. Because you sit here and whine and cry and complain about the political games being played, but yet you want to be a part of it. But you can't handle someone reading a petition that someone else filed on your behalf that the judge denied and then had to flat out deem to be frivolous, filed in bad faith in the order and opinion. You might want to rethink whether or not you belong in politics or you're fit for it. That's pretty much it. Thank you, Kandia. Cafe of Knowledge links. Thank you, Saint. Thank you all so much. Share. Charleston White goes harder for people and flips back and forth just like Rudder. Rudder is an amateur whose balls haven't dropped yet. Hence the socks and the blue underwear. What? Stop. Balls haven't dropped. That's why you gotta put socks in your underwear. Oh, come on. You can't handle this shit. You know he put 2 socks in them underwear. Fuck out of here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's 3 hours. All right. We're gonna end this and let you guys go. I thank you all so much for the comments, for the new members, for the super. The goal I guess has been met through the membership. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And you guys listen, stay safe. Being a victim is a powerful thing in court. It is what it is. So, you know, I don't like bullies. I don't like dumb shit. I don't like any of that. So you guys take care and be safe. And until the next one, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces. Bye, Mark.